Greetings and salutations. Now, if you follow me on social media, actually, if you don't, you should. It's at Jinno Rufino, Jinno. Anyway, for those of you who do follow me, you probably noticed that I was out of the country riding in the majestic Himalayas for about 2 weeks or so. A trip that I wanted to do for several years, and I finally got to do it. Now, a lot of you were asking me questions on social media, and I figured it would be a good idea to tell you that story, and perhaps even entice you to make the same trip. Let's do that from behind the desk. The Himalayas is a massive mountain range in Asia with some of the highest peaks in the world, including Mount Everest. Although we didn't go there, we still hit some pretty high altitudes. The mountain range crosses countries such as India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bhutan, China, and Nepal. And even though we were just on the Indian side, you could see the different cultures, religions, even facial features of the locals, depending on the different towns we went to. So we flew to Delhi, and after a couple of hours hanging around near the airport, we took a flight over to Leh. Now, in day one, we just needed to acclimatize because Leh has an altitude of 11,480 feet above sea level. To put things in perspective, Baguio is 4,600 feet above sea level. There's a big difference. And in the first day that we were there, still at the airport, I already felt the lightheadedness because of the lack of oxygen. And I felt a little bit fatigue as well. And it's real. Like, the altitude sickness is real. So you have to take the first day to just acclimatize, relax, and share stories with each other before doing anything physically active. In day number 2, we got the motorcycles, most of which were the 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan Scram 411. And there were 2 Himalayans. So imagine that. We're riding Himalayans in the Himalayas, or Himalayas as the locals like to call it. So here's the president of the Colloquial Experience, a tour group that guided us through the ride of the lifetime, Jazz. All right, so this is Jazz, the president of the Colloquial Experience. Now, Jazz, can you explain the route that we just did?
Okay, so first day we just did a warm-up route, which was going around the Leh town and just checking out all the monasteries. So everyone get a feel of the bike, the weather,
the altitude
as well, so they know also how to ride on the left side of the road.
That's important.
And that's important. And getting used to the Indian traffic a little bit. So, and the second day we decided to hit a camp near Ule Tokpo, which was an easy ride. So you get an idea about long rides in the Himalayas. And the third day was the main one, which we started from Ule Tokpo, and we went through 3 passes and went all the way to Padum, which is almost 90% of it is a dirt track. And people did good.
You're saying that now, but when some of us fell, you're like,
why did I bring them here? No, but this is by far is one of the most scenic route you will probably ever get in Himalayas. And then after that we started from Padum. We took a 1-day break in Padum because everybody
which was very needed.
Very needed. My plan was to show you around the town, but I think everybody was so banged up and beaten. So we decided to take a break. And then next day was Padum to Kargil, which is another 220 kilometers. Again, the scene changes from all the desert and the brown mountains to greenery, lush greenery.
Absolutely.
And you can see the horses, and there was the marmots as well on the way. And there were
I thought they were beavers, by the way, but.
Well, they were marmots here, And there were 2 peaks, Nun and Kun peaks on the way. And there was a glacier as well, the Drangdrung Glacier.
I mean, I never thought I'd be riding motorcycles in snow.
Oh, okay.
I never thought, but thank you very much for making that happen.
No problem.
So, if there are people out there, because I had been getting messages throughout this entire trip, that want to experience this, how do they get a hold of Coloco? How do they get do you have a website to promote, a Facebook page?
Yeah, so they can get in touch with us at colocal_experience on Instagram. We are very active on that. So all the details about the trips or which month, which trip is available, we can provide them with the costings and everything.
Okay, so roughly this costing for this trip is $1,400 US.
Yeah, that's what the number of people should be around 8 to 10, cost you around $1,400 approximately. Yeah.
And it's absolutely worth it.
Thank you.
Absolutely worth it. But thank you very much, Jazz. Had a great experience.
Thank you.
Riding in the Himalayas was absolutely surreal. Imagine riding with wild horses running beside you in the Himalayas. Imagine riding and seeing glaciers near you. It really was breathtaking. The videos and photos don't do it justice. Now, there was a moment in this ride where I kind of broke away from the group. I turned down the volume in my car though. I was just riding on my own. And I didn't care about problems in the past. Didn't worry about stuff in the future. And I just enjoyed that specific time. I was living in the moment. And I have to tell you, that's really when one feels alive. It really was a special trip, one that I would recommend for all the riders out there from anywhere in the world. And if you think about it, it's actually one of the more affordable trips, which is absolutely amazing considering the experience you get is absolutely priceless. Now, for more information about the Royal Enfield Himalayan Scram 411, you can log on to www.motodeal.com.ph. This has been Jinno from Behind the Desk.